If like in the next door building there's a cancellation, you're the one getting surveyed next. So the minute you send that ready date, Wild Wild West, you have no idea what's going on, and you don't know what's going on by design. So that brings us back to survey scheduling for active companies. For active companies, we have joint commission that essentially through their annual fee makes you sign their contract every year all over again. And in that contract, in the paying of the annual fee, you are allowing them to survey you anytime in that year. Whereas with other accreditors, you're kind of like recontracting for the survey every time. And so with joint commission, if you're expiring, whatever, if your accreditation is expiring, they can come anytime 6 months before or about 3 months after. This is like about the regular surveying window. And you have no idea, like literally 6 months before, there's no trigger is what I'm trying to say. With the other two accreditors, there's some kind of, you submit a readiness date or something. There's like, you pay some deposit towards your survey because they don't have that annual fee. So they need to initiate this survey somehow. You have a better grasp at just general timing through that kind of process because, and I'm not saying like you have any idea when they're good. They can still come 6 months before, 3 months after. They could take like from the time you submit that stuff, they could take 1 year to come, that's on them and their scheduling. They don't have to, they cannot notify you by law. So it's not to say that you have control over when they come, but there's some kind of emotional trigger in your head that goes, from this moment, I'm waiting. And sometimes we need that. But sometimes it's easier just have some annual fee going, right? If you're a big agency and this like 1,000-2,000 difference doesn't matter to you on a big, every 3 years, there's 2,000 more. Like if that's irrelevant to you and you just want to have like less thought process behind all of it and just have auto processes rolling, great. Then the annual fee and that whole system works perfectly for you. Especially if your company is always ready, which is what we want. We want you to always be ready. It doesn't matter who walks in, if it's health department, if it's joint commission, right? So the goal is to get to a point with your company that kind of doesn't matter if a surveyor walks in or not. Of course, it's annoying, but it's only annoying. It's not like everyone's in a panic. What are we going to do? Scramble, scramble. We don't want that.